Hey everybody, welcome to Hills and Gills. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chuck. We're tying up another 1 64 ounce jig with a number 4 hook, deadly if you fish streams and creeks for trout. If you're a crappie fisherman and those big crappie are looking for a smaller type bite that day, on those clear sunny days, this looks amazing in the water. Hey, go to Temu, type in jig time, fly time, get you some of this crystal Chanel right here. It is awesome stuff to work with. Got some polar flash on this. And on the jig head, all I done was went with some white LA Color fingernail polish as a primer. Then I went with some gray. It's kind of like a battleship gray. This is called Dazzling. And then I just hit it with that. I put some Temu eyes on it. Yeah, Temu sells eyes for jigs and flies and so on. And then I hit it with some UV resin and it was ready to be tied. So let's tie up the little crystal minnow or minnow. Okay, guys, let's get this little crystal minnow tied up right here. Excellent clear water sunny day type jig. We're going to be using a white thread today. We're going to go all the way back to about where the bend starts in the hook, work our way right back to the tip of the hook there. Now the first thing that we're going to be adding on this tie right here is some crystal flash. This is called Blue Pearl. Excellent material to work with, like I've said in prior videos. And we just need a small pinch of this. We don't need a lot of it because we're dealing with a number 4 hook. And we want to keep this little jig as small as possible. So we'll just get us a pinch of it here. Just get it cut. And you can buy this just about anywhere. Bass Pro's got it, Sportsman's Warehouse, and probably your local bait stores may have it like mine. So I'm just going to clean it up here, get rid of a lot of these loose fibers off of it. And I want this to come back about, there's a couple more I don't like, it's in there. But I want this to come back about a thumb length or a pointing finger length off the back of the bend of that hook. So we're just going to lay it down here. We're going to give him a couple loose wraps. And then we're just going to work with it here and just push it down kind of over the shank. And that way, if you do loose wraps and you see that it's not longer enough, you can always pull some back or you can take some away from it instead of locking it in super tight right at the beginning. So that looks pretty good. Just give him a few more pushes down. There we go. And then I'm just going to fold this back. And then I'm just going to lock him in. And then I'll just take the rest of it here, trim it off to match the other. Then I'll just build that up there, locking all them fibers in. Now the next thing we're going to be adding, this is some crystal Chanel. I got this off of Temu. And this stuff is super flashy. I've already got a little piece that I've used on other ties. Waste not, want not. I keep in a Ziploc bag. We'll go ahead and get the end of this cleaned off. Go over on Temu and just type in jig time, fly time material, and it'll take you right to everything that you got. We'll expose that thread there. Lay it right on the back, right next to where that flash stop, that crystal flash. Give him a couple of wraps, lock him in there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of UV resin. I want this to lock in and stay in place for me. So I'm just going to pat that down. Hit him with a UV light. And then we're going to go ahead, bring it back toward the back, bring her thread up toward the front. I'm going to give him 1 or 2 wraps. That's all it's going to take for this little small jig right here. right up toward the back of the jig head. And then we're just going to take our thread, do a couple of crossovers, making sure we get that locked in good. And then we can go ahead and get this excess cut off. And yes, I will keep this to add to another smaller jig or fly. And then we're just going to go ahead and build this collar up. And I like really putting tight turns on that collar. I mean, seating it down without breaking your thread, because I want that head to be popped out there and just a little bit of that chenille, as you can see, compact in there. I don't want it to be bulked up over the eyes or anything like that. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we're going to go ahead and do a 5-turn whip finish. This is a super cheap tie, and it is killer in that clear water on those bright sunny days. Whether you're trout fishing, crappie fishing, good all around little jig. And we'll hit her with her light here. Guys, there you go. A super simple, easy tie in the lake, whether you're targeting those big crappie and they're looking for a smaller size bait, or you're after those trout in those streams and creeks. If you like the video, guys, please give us a thumbs up. That helps our channel out. Subscribe. We'd love to have you here at Hills and Gills. And until next time, stay safe out there on the water. We'll see you right back here in the next one.